An Albany historian calling for a name change for the Albany Library as he fights to preserve history. He wants the central branch of the library system to be renamed the Gwendolyn Crawford branch.
WALB News 10's Lena Allen shares the civil rights significance behind that name.
It was a picture seen worldwide. A girl being hauled off the steps of what was known as the Carnegie Library during an Albany movement protest.
You can literally see your feet being dragged down the stairs.
Down the steps, yes.
That girl was Gwendolyn Crawford.
As I was being taken to the paddy wagon, they threw me in with such force. It didn't matter. We had a few bumps, some bruises, but we were determined.
At just 12 years old, Crawford spent over 10 days in jail, not knowing if her efforts paid off. It was over a year after her arrest that the library finally allowed blacks access. Now, several decades later, Albany historian Clennon King wants to make sure this history is never forgotten by renaming the current Central Library branch after Crawford.
This has got to be done. There is a section in history where you lose history completely. And so we want to make sure she gets her flowers now and those like her.
Crawford says she's very humbled to hear about King's efforts. She tells me renaming the library will help preserve history for future generations to come.
To even go to the library now, there were people who had to fight for that for them. And so it's very important for them to know our history.
Now, the Albany Library Board of Trustees did get back to Mr. King, saying that they are not responsible for changing the names of buildings. It's the county's responsibility. That's why Mr. King now plans to write to county leaders. He's also encouraging Albany neighbors to do the same, all to preserve history here in the Good Life City. Lena Allen, WALB, your hometown news source.